Hi, I'm Dr. lLaurich. I'm here today with Cameron Moss. I call her the Keto Queen. And I really wanted to bring information to my patients and different people in the community to tell them a little bit about my experiences and how exciting and informational this can really be, and how life-changing it can really be as well. Cameron, tell us just a little bit about yourself and a little bit about the ketones, and go into a little bit.
Absolutely, happy to be here. So yeah, ketones are something that we have over the last 2 years I've incorporated into my life and really been able to dive into kind of this whole ketogenic lifestyle and why one would want to venture into that lifestyle and obtain that lifestyle, really to just be the better version of themselves. So I'd love to just talk a little bit to everyone about what ketosis is, what ketones are, and basically, really simply, ketosis is just means that we have an elevated blood ketone level. It's when our body can actually operate at the optimal state, and it's when you are using ketones as your fuel source rather than or in addition to glucose. And the way that someone would normally achieve ketosis is through what's called a ketogenic diet. And that's simply just a high-fat, low-carb, moderate protein diet. Can be a little tough, you know, for the average person to stick to. Just doesn't really match too well with the American diet. Yeah, so what we're super excited about is that we actually now have the ability to get our bodies into ketosis through the use of exogenous ketones, which is what we have in this pack here.
Yeah, it's another way, so you're not eating a ton of different fat products and so on and so forth. It allows the average person who wants to lose weight, gain energy, have better options on sleeping, and the focus is unbelievable. Yeah. That's the thing that I've seen. I'm so excited to say that my focus stays like this. I mean, my energy levels stay like this throughout the day, and my focus is just so much greater. So that's one reason, you know, that's part of the benefits. What other benefits do you think we should let them know?
I think the gut health is really big. We see a lot of gut health improvement, which generally ties into a lot of other issues people are facing. So ketones in general are just amazing for gut health benefits. There's also a lot of other medical benefits associated with ketones in your body that I'd love to encourage you to do some research on. Our product in particular, which is exogenous ketones, they're actually going to elevate your blood ketone level, which are going to give you the same benefits as if we were in nutritional ketosis. And like you mentioned, we don't necessarily have to do that strict diet. And you know what I love about it is I'm a busy mom, I'm on the go a lot, and this is so easy. And I think that's what we're faced with when we, you know, kind of battle with the challenge of being healthy and eating right and all those things. And with this, it just fits in so nicely. And so you shake it up, you drink it, you're in ketosis, you feel amazing.
It gives you great energy. I'll go back to the energy again, because that's really what I just love, because oftentimes even eating a very healthy diet, you'll have those up, 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 down, down, down crashes, and you just don't feel great. In this situation, you're feeling great, you're feeling healthy, and it's a way for you to really allow the body to do what it's supposed to do. So from that perspective, let's talk a little bit about the science behind it and why it's doing what it's doing, why we're sleeping better, why our energy levels are better. So, Keto Queen.
Absolutely, I'm happy to dive into that a little bit. So basically, you know, we have two fuel sources we can operate off of. We've got ketones and we've got glucose. And I like to look at it as a fuel source as like gasoline. We have regular unleaded and we have premium. And ketones are your premium fuel. When ketones are present and they are your fuel source that you're operating off of, there's a number of things that stem to all these great benefits we're talking about. And one of the things is that ketones actually inhibit inflammation, which is huge. Ketones, you actually provide 38% more cellular energy when ketones are the fuel source in your mitochondria cells. So that is why we feel this sustained energy rather than a stimulant that just takes us up and takes us back down.
Ketones, and it's not a stimulant. I mean, most of these come in both caffeinated and decaffeinated. Right. So it's not really a stimulant. You don't have to be stimulated by a product. It's actually your body's normal ability to digest and do the things that it needs to do and energize the way that it needs to.
Yeah, exactly. And you know, we talked a little bit about that ketogenic diet, and the process that happens when you're getting your body into ketosis through diet is that you're actually depleting the glucose and you're metabolizing the stored fat, and it's converting into ketones. And then as soon as those ketones are made and they're in our fueling our cells is when we have the ATP production. We see the inflammation benefits, muscle preservation. Ketones don't require insulin to transport, so they go right into your cells. They go right through the blood-brain barrier, which is why we see the focus.
Right.
You know, there's just so many health benefits when we really look at it. And the cool thing is, ketosis is our native state. That is the state that we entered the world in. And we messed it up when we added the glucose, you know what I mean? So. Yeah.
It's great. It's great. It's exciting. And the thing is that, you know, people just don't understand that there are different options out there. There are different ways to change the body structure. I actually lost 20 pounds. And recently I went through a really challenging time. And I think with having this product, it gave me the ability to still keep my muscle mass, to still go through 2 months of a time where I was unable to work out and have the ability to really keep my energy and keep my weight loss down as much that I could during a very stressful time physically and emotionally in my life. So just a quick couple misconceptions about ketones. Some people talk about ketoacidosis. What's the difference between that? Well, tell us a little bit about that.
Absolutely. So ketoacidosis is something that would just affect a type 1 diabetic. A type 1 diabetic is at risk for too many ketones. Due to the fact they have a lack of insulin. And anyone who's not a type 1 diabetic, you have nothing to worry about. The ketones are water soluble, so whatever you don't use, you'll excrete. And if you are a type 1 diabetic, you can work with your physician and use the product in conjunction with the healthcare provided by your doctor and kind of go into this process. And it can still help you tremendously. And the other thing is, you know, there's a big misconception when it comes to eating high fats, and that high fat causes high cholesterol and heart issues and all that. And the modern day research is kind of, it's modern day, but it's going back to before this whole misconception came about when we saw everything go low fat. And it really makes sense when we look at it, and we see that it's really not. High fats, the right kind of fats are not bad for you, so I would encourage you to look at the modern day research and have a good understanding of that.
Right, and there's also a vegan product too, which most people, they're like, oh, well, if I'm vegan, how am I able to get into ketosis? Because there's a little bit of a misconception of that, but there's a couple vegan products.
Yeah, our whole the Max formula is all vegan in 3 different flavors.
Right.
So yeah.
So if you would think that there's too much fat or something in that diet, there is a way to get into ketosis, stay in ketosis, have great energy, sleep better, have better focus, and I'm so happy you got a chance to be with us today. I think we should do some more of these to just inform our community on what's so great about this product.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much, and stay healthy.